Everybody, this is NZ Tech Freak once again with a video for the Clove blog. This time I'm just going to demo a few things with this controller here. This is the Phonjoy controller, the new one with dual analog sticks, as you can see here, and just really going to show you how well it works with some of the emulator gaming that Android has to offer. So obviously what I've got running here is N64 OID, which recently updated to use a new engine which increases the number of games that are compatible and also the run speed of lots of them, which is really crucial in some of the more demanding titles like, for example, Goldeneye, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is Super Mario 64, and we've mapped keys. And obviously these 3D platform titles, which were really popular in the Nintendo 64 era, work really well here. Just work awesomely with this controller. I mean, it was a good experience with the original Phonjoy, but the key difference here is having analog sticks makes it so much easier to get around and navigate these environments. Anyway, I hope you're getting the idea there that control is just a breeze, and this is the best experience I've ever had with an emulator on a phone or otherwise. I'm just going to briefly pause now just to show you a couple of the other games that work really well with this. Now, obviously what you're seeing in front of you is Mario Kart 64, revered by game fans as one of the best ones Nintendo's ever brought out. And I mean, the experience with the original Phonjoy was really good as it was, but the dual analog stick really just makes control for something like a race car game just much better. And it really is just a very console-like experience. Just great. Anyway, that's enough of that. I guess worth just pointing out very quickly that the rewrite for N64 OID seems to have completely removed any hint of defects in the audio or the occasional stutter for Mario Kart 64. So it's a fantastic result. This is just like playing it on your Nintendo, particularly when you've got the Phonjoy at your disposal. Absolutely fantastic. If we stay with the theme of beloved Nintendo titles, the game in front of you now will need no introduction. This is Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. Still regarded by many as one of, if not the greatest games of all time. And just running so beautifully on N64 OID's new engine, and an absolute pleasure to play. Dual analog sticks, or at least an analog stick for controlling Link in this game, makes a huge difference to how satisfying the experience is. And you know, I can honestly see myself sitting down with an MHL cable on my Galaxy S2 and actually replaying this game. It's just that good. And now the control experience is up to snuff as well, so just fantastic. Now the final thing, just to show you, to demonstrate the Phonjoy with emulator gaming, would be Goldeneye 64, of course, in Yongzi's N64 OID emulator. And it's worth pointing out that under the new engine rewrite, this game now runs extremely smoothly, and obviously you're not going to get a better control experience than with something like the Phonjoy 2. And really, I think for something like Goldeneye, where you're using really complex kind of control schemes, where you really do need all of the buttons emulated, this is going to be the best experience you can possibly have right at this moment in time. So what's really impressed me about this is just how smoothly it runs here. There's one small problem, in that the look controls don't have finely graded movement, because of course the Bluetooth control is either all on or all off. And you really do appreciate just how important the touch sensitive sticks on the Nintendo 64 were when it comes to something like using the sniper rifle. But as you can see, it's still possible to nail a headshot with a little bit of effort. So that's Goldeneye 64, and hopefully it's obvious that that is running really well on this. And I've just got to get through this little wee bit of a learning curve to work out these controls. But even as I play now, I'm starting to get more accustomed to these controls. And obviously having auto aim on is going to help. You know, that's Goldeneye, as you can see, just running great, and such a good control experience with this as you start to get over the learning curve. What we're going to take a look at now is FPSE, the really great PlayStation emulator available for Android handsets. And of course this is running via Samsung's Galaxy S2, and as you can see the frame rate indicator there is just sitting at a solid perfect 60 frames a second. So let's make a start. So now obviously I've configured the Phonjoy in settings to work with this, and it's basically set up to be just like the PlayStation controller. I never was much of a Tekken player, so you'll have to forgive my playing, but take my word for it that the experience is fantastic. It's like I'm on a PlayStation, it takes me right back. So I can at least maybe beat the first level. And then again, maybe I can't beat the first level. But as you can see, just fantastic. Absolutely wonderful to play. But there we have it, perfect win. And that's FPSE with the Phonjoy controller, which as you can see lets you perfectly emulate a PlayStation controller. Just wonderful.